The 7th of October 2017, Kimi Räikkönen is set for a five-place grid penalty at the Japanese Grand Prix after Ferrari was forced to change the gearbox in his SF70H. Räikkönen went off at the right-hander at Degner 2 during the final practice session and hit the barriers on the exit of the corner, causing damage to his car. Extensive repair work for our garage guy's gearbox and components around must be replaced on Kimi's car, confirmed Ferrari. As a result, the unscheduled gearbox change will lead to a five-place demotion from wherever he qualifies. Räikkönen therefore joins a list of penalized drivers, with Mercedes counterpart Valtteri Bottas heading into qualifying sanctioned for the same reason. Julian Palmer 20 places, Carlos Sainz Jr. 20 places and Fernando Alonso 35 places have also sustained demotions due to power unit changes. Latest news: 0958 Carlos Sainz Jr. has apologized to Toro Rosso after retiring on the first lap of the Japanese Grand Prix, his final race with F10851. Red Bull's Daniel Ricciardo was pleased to complete his personal objective of securing his first Japanese Grand Prix. F10846 Sebastian Vettel's disastrous Japanese Grand Prix race day has been rounded out with a reprimand after he missed the pre-race. F10820 Max Verstappen says he gave it all in his quest for victory at the Japanese Grand Prix, as he chased Lewis Hamilton through to F10806 Lewis Hamilton says he could only have dreamed of building such a significant title lead after moving 59 points clear of F10735 Lewis Hamilton delivered a crushing blow in the title race by taking victory at the Japanese Grand Prix, surviving a late scare. F10706 Sebastian Vettel has defended Ferrari after he suffered a further setback due to reliability woes at the Japanese Grand Prix. F10636 Sebastian Vettel's title hopes have taken a fresh blow after the German encountered engine problems during the opening stages of F10527 F10502 F10405 Formula One tire supplier Pirelli believes that a two-stop strategy will be the optimum approach for drivers during the Japanese F10200. Take a look behind the scenes with Ferrari and drivers Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Räikkönen during the Japanese Grand Prix. F11702 F2 1700 Newly crowned Formula 2 champion Charles Leclerc says a communication mix-up was behind his lack of pace during the closing. F2 1554 F1 1551 McLaren Stoffel Vandoorne believes missing out on a spot in Q3 at the Japanese Grand Prix is beneficial, as it permits him. F1 1408 Ferrari protégé Charles Leclerc secured the 2017 Formula 2 title with victory in the feature race at the penultimate round of F2 1318 Trident's Giuliano Alesi has been handed a one-place penalty after he was deemed to have caused a collision with Genzer. GP3 1302 Jenson Button makes an appearance in the Formula One paddock at the Japanese Grand Prix and relives his victory around the F1 1241. Toro Rosso has confirmed that Daniil Kvyat will return to Formula One at the next Grand Prix in the United States, in the wake of F1 1235. Renault has confirmed that Carlos Sainz Jr. will race for the team from the next event, the United States Grand Prix, in place. F1 1211 Julian Palmer has revealed that Sunday's Japanese Grand Prix will be his final race for Renault, bringing forward his departure. F1 1148 Felipe Massa believed he extracted the maximum performance from his Williams FW40 during qualifying for the Japanese Grand Prix. F1 1048 GP3 1046 Artsniri Fukuzumi converted pole position into his second victory of the campaign during a largely processional GP3 feature. GP3 1031 stewards at the Japanese Grand Prix have taken no further action against Sergio Perez, after he was alleged to have impeded. F1 1019 Valtteri Bottas is optimistic that his alternative strategy will pay off at the Japanese Grand Prix, with the Mercedes driver. F1 1002 Haas Romain Grosjean says he was left puzzled by the crash which eliminated him from qualifying for the Japanese Grand Prix. F1 0952 Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen have taken different setup directions for the Japanese Grand Prix, as Red Bull looks to put F1 0900 Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel says he tried everything on his final Q3 lap at the Japanese Grand Prix in the knowledge that a F1 0842 Lewis Hamilton hailed the handling of his Mercedes W08 after he claimed pole position at Suzuka for the first time in his F1 0841 F1 0814 F1 0813 Lewis Hamilton stormed to pole position for the Japanese Grand Prix, his first at Suzuka, with a new all-time lap record, while F1 0653 Nico Rosberg says there is no doubt about Robert Kubica's condition to participate in a full Formula One season, ahead of his F10636 F10633 Kimi Räikkönen is set for a five-place grid penalty at the Japanese Grand Prix after Ferrari was forced to change the gearbox. F10558 Learn more about the new Mercedes AMG Project 1 hypercar, which brings current Formula 1 hybrid technology to the road. F10550 Jolyon Palmer will join Fernando Alonso in taking a sizable grid drop for the Japanese Grand Prix, after Renault fitted new F10506 F1.